Welcome to the final workout in the Strive to Thrive program. Today is just going to be combining a little bit of everything we've done throughout the program. So we'll do some coordination, some balance, some core, and some strength exercises. So for today's workout, you'll need your chair, and then you can also have your weights, and if you have your cushion, you can use that as well, but it is optional. You don't have to use it. Any of the exercises we do can be done without it as well. So we're going to warm up first, and then we'll get started with the workout. All right, to start our warm up, let's start out just marching in place with some arm swings. Standing up nice and tall, picking up those feet, looking straight ahead. Now from here, bring those knees a little higher and do some forward arm circles. Okay, next up, kick the heels back and cross the arms out in front, alternating which arm is on top each time. Okay, from here, you're just going to kick one leg out and reach towards the opposite toe. Okay, next up, get your feet about hip width apart. Bring the hands just kind of to the side of your head. All you're going to do is push the hips back, hinging at the hips, bend down slightly, stand back up. Just work through that, feeling a gentle pull in the back of the legs. One more. All right, great job. Next up, we're just going to take 3 steps to one side and 3 steps back. So just 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Keep working through that. Just getting some lateral movement in for our warm up. Last ones. All right, good. This next one you'll probably want to hold onto the chair or be behind it or anything like that. We're going to warm up the hips some. So what you're going to do is start out with a hip opener. So you're going to bring one leg up, out, and down, and then the other leg. So you're just working through a range of motion this way. You don't have to bring the knee too high up. If you have any hip issues, just keep it low, but just try to warm up those hips by bringing it up in front, out to the side, and then down. Okay, now from here, we're going the opposite. So we're going out to in. So out to the side, in front, down, out to the side, in front, down. So some hip closers now. Same thing as last time. If you don't feel comfortable going too high, then you can keep it lower. Just work through a comfortable range of motion for you. All right, shake it out a little. Next up, you're just going to twist side to side, pivoting on that back foot and letting your eyes follow wherever your head is going. Warming up our torso. And finally, bring the arms back and in front of your body, kind of give yourself a hug, open up, warming up the chest and the back. and relax. Now that we're warmed up, let's go ahead and get started with the workout. So if you're using your RX pad or any type of cushion, you can go ahead and get that. I would suggest putting it behind your chair. I'll be demonstrating it out here just so you can see me, but I would do it behind your chair so you can hold on at any point if you need to. The first exercise we're going to do is just going to be standing on the pad, and you're going to be marching with front raises. So we're going to be doing these exercises for 30 seconds. If you're not doing it on the RX pad, you're just going to be marching with front raises just on the floor. Okay, let's get ready. Make sure your balance is good and begin. So marching, front raise, just up to shoulder height. Make sure you're picking up both feet. You're standing nice and tall. We got 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, great job on that first one. The next one, you'll maybe want to step just a little bit back towards the back, but make sure you still stay on it. This one, you're going to tap your toes forward and basically tap the front edge of the pad if you are standing on it, and you're going to add in a chest press with it. Same thing as before. If you're not on the pad, you're just going to do toe taps forward with the chest press. Again, standing behind the chair so you can hold on at any time for balance. Let's begin. So tap the toes forward. Try to look straight ahead if possible, but you can always look down at any point just to make sure you're still staying on your cushion. Two, 1, and stop. Okay, great job with that one. The next one is going to be tapping the heels out in front. So instead of just tapping the toes, this time we're tapping the heels, so the heels are down, toes are up, and you're going to add in an arm curl with it. And then of course, if you're off the cushion, same thing. Okay, 30 seconds, let's begin. Still trying to look up if possible, rather than down at your feet. I know how tempting it is, but try to just focus on having good posture and looking straight ahead. Three, 2, and 1. All right, you can step off the cushion, but we'll do another exercise on it. So this one, you're going to step to the side of it. And then what you're going to do is step up with both feet, and then down on the other side, and then back up and back down to the first side where you started. Again, I'd recommend you be on your chair so you can just hold on as you step up and back down. And if you're not using the cushion at all I want you to do is just take a big step, or 2 steps one direction, 2 steps the other direction, making sure you're really picking up your feet nice and high. So that's the option if you're not using this. And you can always start with this. If you don't feel comfortable, you can go to option 2. All right, let's get ready and begin. Step up and then step down. We're going for 30 seconds. Try to think about keeping your toes pointed straight. And again, you can look down briefly if you need to, just to make sure, kind of see where you're stepping. But if possible, try to at least look somewhat in front of you. And go ahead and get back to your starting position, and you can stop. All right, if you're using this, you can set it aside for now. Now we're going to do some exercises just on the floor. So our first one, you need a little bit of room to move forward and back. You can probably have your chair maybe to the side of you just so you can move forward and back, but still hold on if you need to. The way this is going to work is you're going to step up in a V, and then step back with your feet together, and then you're going to step back out wide and then bring your feet together. So going forward and then back and just alternating for 30 seconds. All right, let's get ready and begin. So big forward step out wide, feet together, step back wide, step up, feet together. Keep working through that. Working the brain a little here too. And stop. Okay, great job with that one. Next one is just going to be stepping out, out, in, here, and then you're going to just reach your arms overhead with each step you take. Here, okay? And again, if you have any shoulder issues, just don't bring your arms too high overhead. Okay, let's go ahead and begin. So you can start with the feet. Out, out, in, and then add the arms. Making that brain work. Almost there. And stop. Okay, great job with that. We've got one more exercise to do that we'll do on both sides before moving on to our strength-based exercises. So for this one, I'd recommend being behind your chair so you can hold on. We're going to start working the right leg first, so we'll be balancing on the left leg. What you're going to do, you're going to tap the right leg pretty far back, kind of as far as you can behind the left leg, and then tap out to the right as far as you can. And you're just going to work through that motion on the right side first, and then we'll switch to the left side. 30 seconds each leg. Hold on as much as you need to. Okay, so get the weight on the left leg and begin. So tap back and to the side. There's no weight shift here. The weight stays in the left leg. You're just tapping and tapping. Looking straight ahead, keeping the body nice and tall. You might start to feel it in the left hip a little. That's not uncommon. Those muscles are working to stabilize you. And go ahead and stop. Okay, shake it out a little. Same thing now on the other side. So weight shifts to the right and begin. Tap back and to the side with the left leg. Try to keep looking straight ahead. I know it's tempting to look down at those feet, but you can feel what you're doing. And relax. Okay, great job. That's kind of our first portion of the workout. If you need a drink, go ahead and grab a drink. And now we're going to move on to some upper body exercises. So for this one, once again, if you're using the cushion and you want to keep using it, you can actually put it in your seat for our first couple of exercises. If you don't have it or you don't want to use it, then just sit in your chair regularly. You will need the weights for this, so go ahead and grab your weights and have a seat. For the first exercise, you're going to sit towards the front of your chair with your feet flat. What you're going to do is lean back, and we're just doing an incline chest press. We've done this before. We're doing both arms at the same time. Sitting on the cushion basically just gives us a little bit more of a balance aspect. Nothing too crazy, but that's why we're sitting on the pad if you're wondering. So we're going for 12 reps. I want you to go ahead and sit towards the front of the chair, lean back, bring the arms so they're at your sides, and let's begin. Press up and together over your chest for 1. Come down, up is 2. 3, looking up towards the ceiling, 4, 5, 6, keep breathing, exhale as you press up. 8, 9, 10, go for 2 more, 11, and 12. Okay, go ahead and sit back up. You can stay seated towards the front of your chair. We got another exercise in the chair. This one is going to be working more the upper back, so it's going to be a seated bent over row. All you're going to do for this one is bend over slightly, pull the arms back, and then back down. So you're looking just in front of your feet to maintain that neutral spine, squeezing the shoulder blades together as you pull the weights back. Okay, let's go ahead. Bring the weights to your side if you're using weights, otherwise just go through the motions. Lean forward and let's row for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. All right, great job with that one. Our next few exercises for the upper body will be standing, so go ahead and stand up. We're done with the pad, so you can get it out of your way now. All right, the next exercise is going to be focusing on working the shoulders. So this is one where if you have any shoulder issues or range of motion limitations, anything like that, you may want to do it without any weights. But all we're going to do is bring the weight out in front of us and back down. Okay, so just bringing it up to shoulder height. And like I said, if you don't want to do it with weights, just bring the hands up to shoulder height and back down. Try to keep the shoulders relaxed as you do it. 12 reps, here we go. That's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, keep those shoulders down, 10, 11, last one, and 12. Okay, you can set your weights down momentarily if you need to. Shake out those arms a little. You probably really felt that working the shoulders, that's the goal, but it can be a little fatiguing at times. When you're ready, you can pick your weights back up. This time, we're doing bicep curls, but we're going to bring our elbows out to like a 45-degree angle. So rather than doing the bicep curls right in front like we normally do, we're just going to rotate out slightly. I don't want you to come all the way out to the side, but just slightly out at that 45-degree angle, working the full range of motion. If for any reason that bothers your shoulders or elbows or anything like that, you can definitely just do a regular bicep curl. All right, 12 reps, here we go. Keep your arms close to your side, come all the way up and bring the weight all the way down. That's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, last one, and 12. Okay, great job. We've got one more exercise for the upper body, and then we'll move on to the lower body. So for this one, we're doing an overhead tricep extension. For that, you can use 2 weights and hold each one regularly, or you can use 1 weight and grab the ends. Either option works. What you're going to do is bring your arms overhead, bring the weights down, and then extend back up. Again, if you have any shoulder issues, your option is going to be tricep kickback. So that way we take out putting the arms overhead. Use 1 or 2 weights if you're going overhead. So if you're using 1 weight, just hold here and both arms are just working together. All right, 12 reps, last upper body exercise. So bring those weights up, try to get the elbows up as much as you can and pointed forward. And let's extend all the way up, slowly lower. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Keep those elbows up and forward. Last one, and relax. All right, set the weights down. Shake out your arms a little bit. You probably felt that last one in the triceps. I know I did. Grab a drink if you need it. Keep those weights nearby you. We will still use them for some of our lower body exercises. Our first exercise is actually just going to be a weighted squat. So we're going to do our normal squat, but holding weights. So you can use one weight, two weights, whatever you prefer. I like to hold them up at my chest just because it helps keep me upright. So it'll just look like this with the squat. Now another option is you can make it a sit to stand, either using weight or just without the weight, and just do here, stand up, and come back down. You can also do a body weight squat. So lots of options depending on what you're most comfortable with. And I'd recommend you still squat behind your chair just so it's there in case you need it. Okay, we've got 12 reps for our weighted squats. Here we go. Let's squat for 1. Pushing those hips back. The weight stays on the heels. Going down as low as you're comfortable. You're doing great. This is 8, 9, 10, 11, one more, and 12. All right, great job there. Next up is going to work kind of the back of our legs and our hamstrings. So for this one, it's called a Romanian deadlift, also known as an RDL. This is the one where you're going to push those hips back and hinge at the hips. So you're just going to push the hips back. Your hands are basically going to slide down to about your knees. You shouldn't need to go much further than that without feeling a pull in the back of your legs. This one is the important one. No, cut that. This is the important one in keeping your chest up, your shoulders down. So as you bend down, that chest stays up rather than arching your back. All right, feet are hip width apart. Weights just slide right down your legs, or just your hands slide down your legs. And begin. Push the hips back. And 1. Feeling that gentle pull in the back of the legs. That's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, last one, and 12. Great job with that one. We've got 3 more exercises, then we'll take it to our cool down. So stay strong here. Next up, we got our sumo squat. We're doing it with weights today, so you're actually just going to hold the weights either down here or at your chest, whatever feels most comfortable for you. Or again, you can do this just with your hands, kind of just hanging out, no weights. Making sure you push those hips back and you sit back into it so the weight's more on the heels. You can also hold one weight. All right, let's get ready and begin. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, last 2, and last 1. All right, great job there. You can set your weights down. We don't need them for the next exercise. All we're going to do for this one is some side stepping. So I want you to get into a mini squat position. So your knees are just slightly bent. Push those hips back so the knees stay behind the toes. And you're just going to step and step. So it's going to be 2 steps one way and then 2 steps the other way. We're going for a total of 12 steps. If you want to stay behind your chair, you can definitely do that. All right, squat down a little bit, just a little, and begin. So big steps, pick those feet up while you're staying low. Last two. And relax. Okay, you might have felt that some in your hips, maybe in your quads too. We've got one more exercise, and it's going to be a seated exercise. You don't need your weights, so you can set those aside, but go ahead and have a seat. All right, this next exercise is going to really focus on strengthening the quad muscles. This is a great exercise to do anytime. It really helps strengthen the quad muscles, specifically kind of this inner portion of the quads. So for this one, all you're going to be doing is bringing one leg out straight, tightening your quad, holding for a couple of seconds, bringing it down, and back out. So this one we're going to stay on one leg for 12 reps, and then we'll switch legs for 12 reps. That way we really work one leg and then the other. Here we go. So extend, tighten that quad, and relax. Sitting up nice and tall, working on posture and core strength. Make sure you're tightening that quad. Sometimes it helps just to poke it a little. You can feel it if it's working. It should be nice and tight and strong. Two more on this side. Last one. Okay, other leg, same thing. Here we go. Tighten it, relax. Keep working, don't let that quad get lazy. We're almost there. We got two more on this leg. Last one. All right, awesome job with the workout today. Now we're going to do our cool down stretches. So make sure you clear the space around you and let's do our stretches. All right, now that you've done all the work, let's do some stretches. So you'll need the back of your chair. We're going to do a few standing stretches first, and then we'll finish sitting down. So to start, go ahead and get to the back of your chair. Bring the right leg back and press that right heel into the floor to get a nice calf stretch in the right leg. Making sure that your shoulders are relaxed. You're pressing that heel into the floor. Okay, now bring the left foot back. Same thing, press that left heel into the floor and keep the shoulders relaxed. Okay, bring your right leg back again, this time standing on the ball of the foot. You're going to bend both knees and tuck your tail between your legs, if you were a dog, you know. Just tilting those hips forward, you should feel that stretch in your right hip flexor. Try to stand up tall, you can hold on if you need to. Okay, now the left side, same thing. Left foot back, standing on the ball of the foot. Bend both knees, tuck that tailbone under, stretching the left hip flexor this time. And go ahead and relax. Now holding onto your chair back, you're going to, let's cut that. Now holding onto your chair back, you're going to slowly walk your feet back. And as you do so, think about arching your upper back towards the ceiling and just kind of gently pulling the shoulder blades apart, bringing your ears between your shoulders. You should feel this stretch in your upper back, a little bit below the armpits as well. Okay, slowly walk those feet up and and stand up slowly so you don't get too dizzy. You can sit down if you need to, but we've got one more stretch and then we will sit down. Okay, next up, clasp your hands behind your back. And all you're going to do is just stand up nice and tall, pull those arms back, and feel the stretch in the front of your arms, in your biceps, in the front of the shoulders. You can even lean back slightly if you would like as well. Okay, you can release your hands, shake it out a little, and go ahead and have a seat. Okay, from here, bring your right arm across your body and gently pull with your left hand to feel the stretch in the back of your shoulder. Whew, cut that out. And bring the left arm across, gently pulling with the right hand. And go ahead and relax. Now bring your right arm above your head, reach down your back, and you're either going to push or pull on that elbow as you're reaching down the back with the right arm to get a nice tricep stretch here. And go ahead and switch sides. Left arm reaches down your back. Once again, either pushing or pulling to get a good tricep stretch on the left side. And go ahead and relax. Shake it out a little, relax the shoulders. Keep the shoulders down, away from your ears. And now you're just going to look over the right shoulder, briefly hold it, and then look over the left shoulder. Keep working through that motion. Now bring it back to center. Bring the left ear to your left shoulder to feel a gentle stretch on the right side of the neck. Try to keep your shoulders nice and square. Okay, right ear to the right shoulder. Looking straight ahead as you do it. Bring it back to center, tuck your chin to your chest, and slowly roll your head from one side to the other in the front of your body. Bring it back to center and relax. Way to work hard once again today. Thanks for joining me again. I just want to be the first to congratulate you for finishing the Strive to Thrive program. I hope you realize how far you've come and you see that you're stronger and that your balance is a little better and that everyday activities have become a little bit easier. Thanks for joining me. Once again, I'm Amanda. It's been a pleasure going on this journey with you. Thanks for joining me.